Hi guys, hi YouTube. It's been 2 months, almost 2 months, maybe more, since I posted a YouTube video, and it's been for a good reason, and I'm sorry about that. But I have been swamped. I've been really freaking busy. I haven't made any videos from the store lately either on Facebook or other places, any live videos, anything like that. Um, I'm not gonna show too much behind the camera. I can show you this area over here because nothing is happening right there now. So I'll be over here. I don't want to reveal too much what's going on over in the other area. There is some cool things going on over there. Since it is 2 months since I made a video, there is some updates that I'm gonna come with. And oh yeah, the door over there is closed. There's some stuff going on in the back there. I don't want to reveal too much right now what's going on, but give me a few weeks and it will be on display. I can say so much that over in this area behind the camera that you can't see, that I'm not showing you right now, I'm building 2 separate car audio displays. And so it's kind of chaotic over there. There's a lot of wood, there's a lot of paint buckets, there's a lot of tiling, light fixtures and stuff like that that's going to go in there. So, and it's far from done, so I don't want to... I want to show it off when it's done, okay? So I'm over here in my little old school hi-fi area, which will be changed as well. When I'm done with the car audio, this area here will get a little facelift also. My back area, that's where I build most of my stuff. There's some business secrets back there right now. Because Bad Dog Speakers is booming right now. It has, last month has really freaking taken off. I don't know what happened. I made a couple of pair of speakers and got them out on the market, and it just from there it just took off. It just took off. I don't know. So I'm running behind the 8 ball on that, in that area. So that's a good thing. But those are all spoken for. Those models are spoken for. But I want to make some models that I can offer for sale via internet and YouTube and Facebook and all, my website and stuff like that too. So that's what I'm building now, parallel with my back order. And that's why I'm not showing anything from the back there, because I don't want to show too much. But I can say so much that I just got home, I just got in here now. From going to Home Depot, I had to get some more glue, and I had to buy a new sander because my sander broke down. But then again, the old sander that I had was like 4 or 5 years old. It had done its share of work, so I needed a new sander anyway. So it was needed. So I just got here now. Was here earlier this morning. So this is what I want to brief you guys about. Since it is 2 months ago since I made a YouTube video, most of you guys remember that I was in the process of moving in here and all that stuff. And I think I made maybe one more video after that I put on YouTube. So what have happened? What I've been doing since then? Well, there is quite a bit of few things in here. So things has been going out and some things have been coming in. Have I opened my doors yet? No. And there is the biggest issue. And I'm kind of like getting to a point where I'm getting pissed. Because I'm still struggling with that freaking code enforcement thing. And I need 2 more freaking signatures. Fire department and plumbing. Both has been here. Plumbing, because I have a, what can we call it, a community bathroom that I will be sharing with someone else further down the road if someone moves in the back here. So that's not on me, but since I'm renting here and I have access to the bathroom, it has to be 100% up and go. Well, there was no warm water in there, only cold water. The toilets works, the cold water worked, but the warm water did not work. There was no warm water when they turned the tap. So the code enforcement guy, the inspector, didn't pass it. So I have to call him back. So when I talked to the leasing management office, which is 3 or 4 doors down here, he said, well, we just installed new water heaters, so they probably didn't turn the main valve on. So I will have the guys doing that. Well, I said, well, can you do that? This is like 2 weeks ago. He said, sure, no problem. I'll have that done. So last week, he comes over here, knocks on my door, and he says, we have a problem. I knew right away what it was. And the first word that popped up in my head was warm water heater. And he says, well, we installed water heaters in 7 out of 9 buildings. This building and the building next door still have no water heater in them. So he said he had been misinformed by the guys who did that. And they are now not coming back until next week or the week after. So now I have to wait 1 to 2 weeks before I get a freaking warm water heater. So I can't call that inspector back until that is fixed. So that's going to take a week or two. And the fire inspector, the fire marshal guy, this is a story. This is a freaking story. This is something you only see in the movies, okay? I can't show you. When I moved in here, there was no exit signs in here, you know, by the doors and the emergency exits and stuff like that. So when the fire marshal was here the first time, he said, you have to have exit signs. So the electrician that works here on the grounds came in, put one by the main door, put a couple of them in the back here, because that's where the leasing office said put him. Well, the fire marshal did not agree on the placements and which doors should be marked. So when the fire marshal came out here for the second time, he said, good effort, but I can't pass you because they are on the wrongs. The one here, they put it on the other side, so that one has to be flipped over to this side. But that's easy. That's the easy one. And then they have to do one by the back door that goes from my back room to the hallway where the toilets are. So that just have to go on the other side of the wall. So that's an easy one too. You just have to move it. Problem is, according to the fire marshal, I have to have access to the back door, all the way to the back. The leasing management did not plan on that because they want to rent out the back area to someone else without me having access to it. Well, this makes it more difficult for them to rent it out. So it's a good thing. I'm not complaining. I'm playing the silent game right now, and I'm going to tell you why. So that means the 2 signs that has to be flipped on the other side of the doorway here, on 2 doors. Additional to that, there has to be 3 more signs because there's 3 more doors to go through before you get to the back loading docks and the back doors. So they need 3 more signs. The leasing management office have said they have ordered in more signs. So they said they're waiting for them. So that's where I'm standing right now. I'm waiting on the leasing office to fix the water heater and get more signs in to have them mounted or installed. The problem is the electrician that worked here, well, last weekend apparently he was at home and run out of beer. And had to go to the store late Friday or late Saturday to get some more beer. Talked to a couple of guys, can you take me to the convenience store to get some more beer, a 6-pack? The 2 guys were like, sure, no problem. Got in the car and they robbed him and shot him. So he's now in the hospital, shot. And he won't be back before another 2 or 3 weeks, apparently. If he comes back at all. So they are in deep shit here, the leasing office, because now they barely have any people working here now, because I think they only have one or two, a plumber and a handyman who can do like all kinds of stuff. So they were so desperate. They're so desperate for people. They even came and asked me if I wanted to do some work here on the grounds to help them through, and that's pretty desperate. I mean, when you start to ask your tenants if they want some work, I could say it because I could do some 1099 work for them and make good money while I'm waiting for my store to open up. But then again, I'm swamped. I'm gonna try and go through here. Maybe not. I'm gonna sit here because I'm gonna talk to you guys about something. So now they're kind of feeling guilty, you know. Because they are the ones who is preventing me from opening up my door to the public. Not me, not the code enforcement, it's them. They are the ones who are preventing me from opening up my door and opening up my store. I'm playing cool about it. I am not raising my voice, I'm not causing anything, because I'm gonna play this to my advantage. So I can take advantage of this in many ways, and it has already started. I stepped in their office the other day. I walked up to him and I said, hey, said his name, and I said, hey, I need a favor from you. And he said, okay, what is it? Well, the back area that is not rented out, I need to borrow it for a week or 2 to do some work. He said, sure, here's the key. So now I'm using that back room area for a week or 2 to do some sorting through some old stuff that I have and that I got at auction the other day, that I normally would rent a storage unit for to do. So I'm saving 150 bucks there. I normally have access to, out here by the driveway, I have access to a little dumpster where I can throw away like daily, weekly, monthly garbage that the store generates. Behind the building, by the loading dock that I have access to now, it's a huge, like, I mean, it's 25 foot container, a big one. And I said, hey, I have a lot of garbage. I bought a couple of units at auction and I'm sorting through. Instead of taking it to the dump and pay $40, $50, $60, $70 to throw it away, I want to use the dumpster. And no protests there. They said, sure, just use it. Here's the key to the gates, you can drive in the back. So they're feeling guilty. So they're letting me do a lot of stuff that I probably wouldn't be able to do otherwise. But then again, they are the ones that are holding back the opening up my store now, because we are now finishing up month 3 after I moved in, because I moved in April 1st officially. So that's April, May, and June. So we are now starting in a few days. We're starting on month 4. But I'm not crying over it. I'm not feeling bad about it. The rent is cheap. I call this my headquarter. You know, I have my eBay business. So I do a lot of the background that I would normally do from my little 12 by 12 office at home. I do here now. So this is more like, right now it functions as a headquarters for my business, and more than a store. Right now it's not a store, it's more like an office and a headquarters, storage. And after I got here, I shut down 2 of my storage units, which was running me $285 a month. So if you look at it that way, I'm only paying like $450 here, so $160, $70 more a month, you know, and way more room. I have access to garbage disposal, so So money-wise, I'm not worried about that. Is it irritating that I can't open my door? Sure. But it is what it is. I'm gonna make another video soon. Today. I'm gonna post it up too. So I'm gonna make 2 for you. So stay tuned. That was the store. Now come the products.